Welcome to this 30 days fashion and design course. This design course is specifically made for beginners and upcoming fashion designers who are in one way or the other challenged in learning fashion and design. Maybe by your geographical location, or you don't have enough resources and sponsorship to learn fashion and design. But I have a very good news for you. Here in Monoversal Fashion Academy, we are having a 30 days beginner course, which is tailored to helping beginners, especially those who don't have any knowledge in fashion and design, to help them learn this fashion and design very quickly and very easy. So I'll be taking you to what you'll be expecting to learn in this course. First, we are going to go into the basics of fashion and design, the basic elements, things that make up in terms of clothing, in terms of styling a cloth, in terms of coloring. You know all those things you see when you see a very beautiful garment. And also, we'll be teaching you how to sketch your designs. I think you will like that because being able to sketch your design will give you a more cutting edge in today's fashion world. So, more things we have which we are going to unfold to you as the course goes on. Okay, so before we go into what we have, I would like to introduce myself. My name is John Monoge. I am a fashion designer. I have been into fashion for the past 5 years, and I learned through online, just like how you are seeing me. That is how I learned, and I have seen so many ways and so many disadvantages, so many obstacles I have faced while learning this, and which has led me to want to show others the easy way to learn this fashion and design. So, with that being said, I think I'm your friend. You can. All right. So, for this day one of this 30 days foundational class, we are going to be looking into the basics of fashion and design. First of all, the course introduction. This course is tailored, like I said earlier, it's tailored to beginners in fashion, those who don't have any knowledge before. So this course will help you. First thing we are going to be talking about right now is garments. What is garments? You have been seeing clothes, you have seen so many kind of clothes designs every day. Like if you take a walk on the street, you can find so many people with different attires, and all these attires that people wear are all put together in one. They're all termed together in a name called garments, like this. Garments. So garments is a general name for every clothes. So next thing we're going to be looking at is the structure of garments. The way garments are, the terminologies that we are going to use while constructing garments. So let us go right in. Right now we're going to take a look at these garments right here. Let's see the structures, the things that makes up the garment. What we see here, you can look at this front view. The front view you see here is called the front part of the clothes, while the back is the back side of the clothes. In professional terms, as a fashion designer, this is called the front bodies, while the back is called the back bodies. So those two are one of the fundamentals, one of the elements of a garment. Another element of a garment is the sleeve. You can see the sleeve we have here. This is another element that makes up a garment. Any clothes you see or any attire you see someone is wearing, you will always see these two things. You will see the back bodies, you will see the front bodies, you will see the sleeve. And another element here too is the collar. You will see the person's collar. They have so many types of collar, but note that a collar is a collar, no matter the shape. Whatever is attached on the neckline is a collar. So next thing we have for the structures of a garment, we have the pockets. There are so many types of pockets, which I won't go into much detail in that now, and so much more. But these I just mentioned for you are the basic elements of a garment. Alright, so you can see what I have on the board here. These are different types of clothes, and one of the basic information you will need is how to classify them. They are all classified under a name. Remember, they are all garments. But when it comes to their shapes and their designs, they are all classified into a name called every cloth are classified into a name called silhouettes. Silhouettes. What are silhouettes? As a fashion designer or a dressmaker, you must understand the silhouette of the dress you are making. So you can see that all these different clothes, they are all clothes, but they are in different designs. They have different shapes. So if I make this thing now, if I clean this thing now, all the design you see now, the design is here now. Okay, let's not have a plain image. Let's don't see anything like this now. If I clean everything like you see here now, you can see that this is a ball gown. Yeah, can you see it? Same way too. Okay, you don't need much clean, you can see it. This one too, if I clean everything that you see now, this design on it now, you know that this is a skirt. Even without anything on it. Same to all these ones too. So that is all about silhouettes. Is the shape of the cloth that you have in mind, or that your idea is trying to formulate. That is the silhouette of the cloth. Okay. That is another fundamental, another basic knowledge about garment structure. This is what other garment structure. So all we are explaining now is understanding the structure of a garment. So understanding the structure of a garment is knowing the silhouette of that garment they are making. So let's go into the next fundamental of garment structure. We are going to be talking about seams and finishes. What are Alright, so this is a plain seam and this is a French seam. You can see they both have different functions for different purposes. A plain seam is the simplest seam that we'll be making use of while making garments. It's simply done by placing two fabrics on the right side. This is the right side. This is the right side. place them together, then you run a straight line and overlock stitch like that. That is a seam, a plain seam. Then for the French seam, you place this piece fabric on the wrong side and make the first sewing. After making the initial sewing, then you now turn it to the right side, then close it off. So you can see on the video there's a joining here that covers the seam. The difference between these two types of seam, one you can see the joining, while the other you can't see the joining. So that is a French seam for you, and this is a plain seam. Okay. The next fundamentals and basic structures of a garment is lining and facing. What are lining? Lining is the soft material, or I'll say a light material that is being sewn inside the garment. For example, this garment I have here, this jacket I have here, you can see inside of the jacket. This light material you see inside is called the lining. And lining are placed in garments to add more structure to the garment and the fitness, so the garment will look more fit. That are the functions of a lining. Then the other thing, facing. What are facing? Facing is the material that is used to finish the edge. Let me say the neckline or the hemline, whichever places you can see it. And one thing you know about facing is usually the same material itself. Like now we have the same material inside again that is used to finish this edge of this neckline and this closure. You can see here on the jacket. You can see that this material here, the name of this material is called what? The facing. There are difference between facing and lining. Lining is a different material on its own. It's a different fabric on its own rather. It is light and it is used to cover the inner part of the garments. Okay? You can find this in corporate wears like skirts, gowns, and blazers, jackets, and suits. They are all with full lining. Then, another thing you can find is facing. Just like I was saying, we are talking about facing and lining. Remember, we are discussing about facing and lining. Facing is a material used in finishing the neckline of a garment. It is not a collar, okay, and it is not any other else. Rather, it is the same material that is used for the garment. That is still, and it is still used to finish the neckline and every other part, or the hand, or the hemline, whichever you can find it. That is a facing. It is usually the material itself. Then lining, like you can find here. Lining is a different material that is light, used in covering the inner part of the garment. Alright, so that is what we have for lining and facing.